Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time tuning in, welcome to All Things Delicious. Today on Brave Belly, we're trying intergalactic space food from Poland. No, I'm serious, guys. This is actual, real, legit, 100% space food from Poland. The reason why they have this is right now we're celebrating a Polish astronaut in the International Space Station. His name is Sławosz Uznański Wiśniewski. Say that 3 times fast, all right? Sławosz Uznański Wiśniewski. And so they formulated pierogis just for him. I actually seen a video, it's out right now on YouTube, where he's in space, zero gravity, flying around eating pierogis. I thought it's pretty cool, you know, bringing the Polish culture into space. And so this is basically all freeze-dried foods. We're gonna be trying all of it. So we have, okay, let's read some of this. So Astro Zupa, all right? So this is Astro Soup. Check out the graphics. The graphics do look very modern, okay? So as far as the food is concerned, it's actual, real, legit food, apparently. The only thing is the packaging is obviously more commercial, so nice and colorful and appealing. Whereas the actual space food, they have a nozzle here where they plug it into the wall. I've seen it, and where hot water gets injected. You don't want hot water flying around everywhere, so it has to get injected. So obviously that wouldn't make sense here on planet Earth, okay? Because nobody has those injection machines at home. That's why they made it like this. Apparently you just pour in hot water, which I have on hand, so we're gonna get all right into it. Hope you guys brought your appetite, because you know why I did. Without further ado, let's get the show on the road. All right, so what else do we have? Astro Danie. That means like astro food, I guess. So I know some Polish. I know most Polish, but I never went to school. I'm an American. I never went to school in Poland. I never read any books in Poland, only like basic level kindergarten stuff. My accent is really good though. Like I sound really Polish. People I think I'm born there, but I am not. But so the only thing that I did look up is it says Liofilizowane. I was like, I've never heard that word in my life. Basically, it's freeze-dried food. Okay, so this is kasha gryczana, which is buckwheat. Okay, so we have a buckwheat. We have a soup. This was the soup. Okay, and the przepis is Mateusz Gessler. I guess maybe that's another Polish astronaut. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm curious to know. I do love the fact that space is a type of place where politics are all set aside and astronauts kind of like work together and appreciate each other's culture and kind of get along. And I think it's a beautiful thing. I hope it stays that way indefinitely. Okay, let's hope it stays that way. All right, so this one is Astro Dessert. So this is a dessert. So this is kruszonka z jabłkiem, which means basically like apple crumble. So curious to see what the dessert's like. We're gonna save that for last. We also have 2 kind of candies, I think. So this is Astro Dropsy, which I think that translates to lozenges. So basically like candy. Truskawkowa means strawberry, and this one is mango. Mango is mango, all right? I will show you the graphics up close, but first we gotta start pouring water in here because there is, you know, quite a bit of a wait time, and this is the star of the show, the pierogi, which he actually eats them outer space. And so, yeah, can't wait to try this, all right? So that's the graphics. And then lastly, this is the same brand, and this is also a freeze-dried food. It doesn't have any space, you know, stuff on it. So this is just basically a freeze-dried meal, which is good because I'm starving. Haven't eaten all day, just did leg day, so trained some legs today. So my appetite is there, okay? So this is pork loin in pepper. We have English writing, pork loin with green beans, potatoes, and green peppercorn sauce. Lactose free. So we're gonna do this one first. Basically, check it out. The graphics, really nice, modern. We have metallic, okay? We have different kind of like textures. Well, this seems like it's a sticker on top of the packet. So it's kind of like it's just like a 3D print, which is kind of cool, you know? So they definitely did a nice job. It's gusseted. So we're gonna stand it up and do it. All right. Green label ingredients, always additive and preservative free, really cooked exclusively, freeze dried. Let's go. And they also have it in English, Polish, and in German, what looks like. Lactose free. Preparation: tear off the notch above the zipper, remove the oxygen absorber, add 301 milliliters of hot boiled water, use fill line, stir thoroughly, and then close, and then 12 minutes. Tear off notch below the zipper and enjoy. All right, so let's go. First one. This is how it's looking. Taking out the pouch that they told us to. All right, and that's the little pouch. All right, it keeps moisture content out. Okay, it has like a chicken bouillon flavor. Look at that. Basically looks like stuffing, right? And so the fill line is there. It's weird that there's so many fill lines though. There's a fill line number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. I don't know if you could see it. I guess that depends on maybe how moist you want it. So it's experimental, I guess. I don't know why there would be so many fill lines, but we're just gonna fill it up till fill line number 5. Okay, then we're gonna stir it up like they said, nice and good. Okay, basically it smells like a soup. All right. Ooh, that's hot. And we're gonna seal this and let it marinate, do its magic. All right, the pork loin and pepper. I might have added too much water, but the fill line goes to 6 and I went to 5, so we'll see what happens. All right, we'll set that one aside. Then we're gonna do the pierogis next. Where are our beautiful pierogis? All right, haven't had pierogis in a long time. Never had them freeze dried and, you know, intergalactic. What else does it say? Lots of writing all over this. Z krańców ziemi w bezkres kosmosu. That's way too hard for me to translate. Nasze danie zdobyły już K2 Everest i najprawdopodobniej także wszystkie pozostałe ośmiotysięczniki. Wow, these are hard words. That basically shows you what level I am in Polish. But what I got basically to translate there, like this was eaten on Mount Everest already, all right? So all the corners of the world, basically. So yeah, apparently it's legit. And let's fill this up. Let's see what it's looking like. Whoa, wow. They're not even broken or anything. I'm surprised, all right? We only have 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we have any of those packets of... So let me show it to you dry. Wow, this is delicate. I don't want it to break. Look at that. And apparently this has mushroom. Okay, those are my favorite pierogis with mushroom. And so this one doesn't have any English writing, so they're keeping it exclusive Polish, which is cool too. I respect it. Otwórz, blah, 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 rozszerz dno opakowania. Okay, dodaj, blah, opakowanie może być gorące, zamknij. All right, just pour in the water to the fill line. But the thing is, there is freaking no fill line here. It just tells you 300 milliliters. Dodaj 300 gorące. Yeah, see, they definitely should have put a fill line because I don't have a measuring cup with me, guys. So I'm just gonna freaking, oh, that's hot. So I don't know if I'm supposed to freaking cover them. I don't know. But so we're just gonna eyeball it. But I do regret the fact that they don't have a fill line. Kind of weird, okay? So, but pierogis, the way they're made is really boiled. So that we should be fine, all right? So, and this one is gonna be 15 minutes. So, all right? So we're gonna start off probably with the desserts. I know you guys are probably can't wait for me to eat. All right, and then and the soup. So as far as the soup, we probably just 2 minutes. Yeah. So let's go. This is the kasha gryczana, which is It's like vegetables and buckwheat. All right, let's go. So this is 9 minutes, and this is what it's looking like. Oh, very reddish in color. It looks like a lot of spices and everything. So you could see how this would be terrible to open up in space. It would go all over the International Space Station. So that's a big deal. That's why the biggest reason why everything's in pouches is because zero gravity, everything would go all over the place, get stuck everywhere. That's why they have little vacuums, just to pick up all the little crumbs and stuff. So that's why it's a little nozzle that you would suck out, as opposed to enjoying it the way we will now. All right, it says 100 milliliters of hot water also. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed of the fact that I don't see any fill lines. So, I mean, what am I supposed to have, measuring cup with me? Come on, guys. This one has supposedly only 100. So, but we're just gonna roll with it. We're gonna see what happens, and go with the flow. The name of the brand, by the way, is called lyofood.pl if anybody's interested, so check them out. Oh, by the way, this was all sent to me by another YouTuber. His name is, his channel is Delicious MRE, so check him out. He's already reviewed this before, amongst a lot of other rations. So if you're interested, check him out. Show him some love. Let him know that you're there visiting his channel, because I'm sending you there. Why not? All right. All right, this is the dessert. This is a 2-minute reconstitution, and this is supposedly the apple crumble, okay? And I do see, oh, it smells nice, a little bit light, like a brown sugar, okay? Smells sweet. Don't get any hint of cinnamon. That's more of like Americanized, I think, apple crumble. Well, we'll see, all right? I don't want to judge it and not know. How many milliliters? 50, okay? So eyeball, just eyeballing, just guessing here. Oh, they want me to stir it. I forgot. All of these should be stirred, so I'm going to just shake it up. So already not following the rules. That's what I do best. I'm terrible at following the rules. Okay, gonna set that aside. Now we have the astro zupa, all right, which is astro soup. Tomato soup with macaroni, makaronem orzo. I don't know what the orzo means, but it's made in Kielce, Polska. I've never been to Kielce, but I will probably visit one day. I want to go visit Poland all over again. Maybe get some more tats. But this is what it looks like, okay? Check that out. So tomato soup about to go down, 150 milliliters. I mean, no measuring, so just eyeballing. I guess I would give it a little more, why not? So yeah, that's the only one thing. I wish they had the fill line on the inside like they do on the on this one, all right? So it's weird that they would have it on the one with the English writing and not on the Polish one. Guess they assume the Polish people know their milliliters. Polish people are good at math, so they probably know right away. Boom, 150 milliliters, 50. Nah, I don't know, but I definitely don't. And you know what? I'm not embarrassed about it. We're all imperfect, I don't know my milliliters. Okay, all right. And then we have some candy, all right? So we're gonna do the candy, so while all this stuff kind of absorbs, we could start eating something. Check it out, looks very trippy. This reminds me of like those packages that we have here in America where they sell pot, okay? Like, you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. All right, so it says, so no added sugar and no gluten in either of these. What else can I say? Just, nutritional content. And then on the bottom, z krańców ziemi bez kres kosmosu. Nasze dania, all right, same thing. Basically, this was, all the corners of the earth. And check out a little graphic of a spaceship over here. I love seeing graphics. That looks hella cool. You see that spaceship taking off? It's pretty awesome. That's more of the writing up close. And this one, it looks like you just open up and eat. It doesn't say anything about water or anything like that. So I'm just gonna open it up and see what we have. So this is the strawberry drops it. All right, so they're like, think of like lemon drops, like some kind of like lozenges or something like that. That's what drops it to me, but maybe it's like their candy. All right, so here we go, the strawberries. Now they definitely don't look like strawberries. They have some kind of resemblance to strawberries, but that's their candy, I guess, space candy, all right? Freeze dried, smells really nice. All right, let's check it out. Up close. Real, juicy, delicious. Now, I guess juicy is the wrong term because this is freeze dried, but this is just like pillowy, you know what I mean? When you bite into it, like your teeth sink into it. That's kind of what I meant. So, really nice, full flavor, nice and tart. Doesn't taste like candy whatsoever, but it's sweet. It definitely does. If you have like a sweet tooth, this is definitely would suffice with your cravings. Really, really nice. It dissolves super nice in the mouth. Like I said, tart, just a little bit, a hint of sweetness. It tastes like real strawberries. What more else can I say? Wouldn't change anything about that. Really nice. Now, the one thing is I don't know the price. Like I said, I got this as a gift, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's on the expensive side just because, you know, the graphics, a lot of details and stuff. But, and here in America, freeze-dried, like, snacks are becoming very popular. I just was in the supermarket and I saw freeze-dried Skittles, which I have tried and they are very good. I do like them. And they're expensive. They're like $12 for a little pack. The pack is maybe double the size and it's more dense. It has a lot, but $12 for Skittles. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a lot of money. All right, so now we have the mango. Same kind of writing, you know, on the bottom, basically. And yeah. So let's check out these little drops, all right? These mango drops. Drops it. All right, that's what it's looking like. Way more crunch, so more dense. And it tastes like real mango. I like the texture of these a lot more. It's like you could put more tooth into it. So I feel like it's more satisfying to, if you're hungry, you know, to actually have something more dense to chew on, as you can hear. But obviously, since it's mango, it doesn't have like that as much tartness as the strawberry. It's really nice. I think I like the texture of this one more, but I like the tartness of the strawberry a little more. Nonetheless, really, really good. So yeah, you could see the process, how they made this. It's probably like blended, okay, mango in a blender, and then just laid out on a pan, all right, like squeezed, and then, you know, flash frozen. Something like that. All right. Like I said, I don't follow rules, so we started with the dessert. Gonna wash that down and start trying the things that should be ready. Okay, so this one was 12 minutes. This one was 15. This one was 9. This one was 9, and this one is 2. So we're gonna do the 2-minute one first. So this is the, okay, so, excuse me, more dessert. So this is the apple. I probably should put the apple in a bowl, but I want to use something clean, all right? So this is the apple. This is what it's looking like. So you would probably eat it out the package, but I don't want to eat it out the package. I want you guys to see how everything looks, all right? So we're gonna lay it all out. And I think I did well with the eyeballing the water, you know? This is how I would expect it to come out if I was gonna guess. Let me know in the comments if you think I did well with the water portion. But yeah, now I'm getting a slight hint of a cinnamon, but just a little touch. And it's honest to God, this smells like it just came out of an oven. It does have like a pastry that came out of an oven smell. So it doesn't smell like I'm eating applesauce, which is nice, okay? Actual cake. So this is supposed to be the crumble with bits of apple. Take a look at that. Looks appealing to me. All right, and we're gonna try a little bit of mix. Make sure to get some crumble and some apples together. And that's what it's looking like. First bite going down. Oh yeah, really mealy and mushy. And there is some crunch to it, and it tastes like the pie crust. It has the actual pie crust taste and a slight crunch. Obviously, there's not too much crunch. But very rich and creamy and super delicious. I like that this is not like applesaucey and just like a pudding, you know. This is more like just like a pastry, okay? This is more of a pastry than like an applesauce, which is awesome because I hate applesauce. And the cinnamon, you barely taste it, which I like the way this tastes, okay? So it's more like an apple cake or apple pie instead of just like cinnamon applesauce. The crunch is definitely there. Oh yeah, really nice. Especially that it's warm, hits the spot. I would say so far, that's the best. I like it better than the little candies or the dropsy. All right, now what else do we have? So yeah, just one more time, that was the apple crumble, okay? Oh, so maybe that's like a apple like donut, one of those like old-fashioned apple donuts or something. I don't know. All right, then the next one that was like the shortest amount of time was, we got a bunch of 9-minute ones. So I think I'm gonna do the soup first. Let's do the soup first, just because I feel like the soup shouldn't take as long, although it does have the quote unquote macaroni in there. Let me see if it's ready. That's what it's looking like. It smells like very seasoned, okay? Like it has like good seasoning in there, like serious seasoning. All right, let's try it first straight up just to see if it's ready. Quite frankly, I don't know if it is, because it hasn't been 9 minutes, I doubt, but ready. Okay, this is absolutely ready. You know what? I'm just gonna rinse this because I'm not gonna get up and pause the video and be ridiculous, all right? Like I said, I do, those of you that are new to the channel, basically the way I film my videos is unscripted and unrehearsed, unedited, just straight up eating, sharing something very like basic and human, you know, just raw, unedited with my viewers. So welcome to the channel. And so this is our zupa pomidorowa z makaronem orzo. Yeah, don't know what orzo is. And so it looks very pretty. You know, it doesn't have like that fake synthetic bright orange color. All right, so more of like a brown, orange red kind of deal. And you could see all different little spices out there. And so I guess what their macaron is, the macaroni is really kind of like little pieces of like pasta. I don't know my Italian foods. I don't know what you would call this type of rice, like that synthetic rice, like risotto. I don't know what it's called, but nonetheless, take a look. All right, we're gonna devour this. Let's go. Really nice. It has that tomato acidic kind of aftertaste, so it tastes real. Yeah, it tastes like real homemade soup. I guess the acidity of it, okay? So it doesn't taste like synthetic or something that just came out of a pouch. And you do have like the little Italian seasoning and stuff like that, but it's not overwhelming. It's more of an aromatic, you kind of get that smell is what makes it smell real, okay? Like something that's been boiling in the house. Really nice. But also like nothing to do backflips about, It just tastes like a simple tomato soup. I wish it was had more of that pasta in there, so it was like more filling, for a big hungry man like me, but nonetheless, still nice. I would say the apple crumble is a 10 out of 10. For me, this soup, okay, so it's like a 7. All right? It'll be nice with some crackers, but you can't have crackers. All right, they'll be flying all over the space station. All right, this is another 9-minute one. This is the kasha grichana. And so we're gonna have the kasha grichana alongside maybe the pork loin and pepper. There's 2. We're just gonna have the kasha by itself, okay? Now, how popular, guys, let me know in the comments down below, how popular is kasha grichana in Poland? I didn't grow up eating this in my house, really, so I wouldn't know. I know they love this in Russia, but I'm sure they probably eat it completely different. Not like this, okay? In Russia, they eat it like more with onions, I think, and some beef or pork, whereas this looks like almost Italian style. If I was gonna like put it in a category, okay? So don't get offended. I'm just like, I don't know much about this, so I could only explain it in the way that like I know. So why I think it's like Italian or resembles Italian is like all the different like types of peppers. What looks like, a bunch of peppers and a lot of like different seasoning, and that's why I'm assuming that. But nonetheless, let's see what it tastes like. All right. So visually, it looks very appealing. Looks like real food. All right. This one I might have added too much water. Oh, it looks like even a piece of like maybe like eggplant. Guys, take a look at that. I would assume that's eggplant. So like I said, real food, okay? So nice. That looks like maybe like a pepper, and a red pepper, orange pepper. Yeah. All right, first bite going down. Cheers. Wow. Strong pepper. So absolutely, I wouldn't take my statement back at all. It tastes very like Italian, or what we know here in America as like kind of Italian flavors. So roasted peppers, like very Mediterranean style. So I wouldn't assume this is Polish, but at the same time, Poland, just like every other country, they make everything like their version of international food. So honestly, this tastes very much like one of those Mediterranean salads, okay? So it's not as hearty as I was expecting it to. It just tastes like light roasted vegetables, almost like the vegetable caviar with zucchini and stuff like that. This is the vibe this is getting me. So this is good. It's absolutely delicious, but it's not like filling food. Like I'll be super hungry if all I had is this. So I would say this is, if I gave the soup a 7, this is a 7.5. It's more complex in flavor, a lot more flavors, but just not filling enough. All right. Maybe I added just slightly too much water. Maybe it's supposed to be a little bit dry, and that's why it tastes a little bit like the vegetable caviar. All right, so the star of the show, let's do the pierogi and then we'll do this one. This one was 12 minutes and this one is 15, so nope, we're gonna do this one first. Why not? All right. Now, I could already tell I freaking added way too much water to this one because this is like a soup, unless it's supposed to be like a stew, which I'm not sure about. All right, and let me clean out one of the bowls of the soup. I'm gonna rinse the soup bowl, okay? That way you guys get to, I just want you guys to visually see everything because obviously you probably should eat this straight out the packet. No need to clean or anything like that, but I want you guys to, you know, get to see everything. So thank you for your patience, just rinsing the bowl out a little bit, you know, it is what it is. And so yeah, there is a fill line and I did add it to the fill line and there's a bunch of different fill lines. So you have options. So this is what I got out of this, all right? So probably added too much water and I'm gonna just show you guys so you don't think I'm bugging. Can't rip it. All right, so there's a number of fill lines. It tells you to add it to the fill line, but there's a bunch of fill lines, okay? So that's weird. So which line am I supposed to add it to? That's definitely confusing. So let me know in the comments what I did wrong. It says fill line number 0, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. I went to number 5. It is what it is. Let's give it a try. All right, so first off, this basically looks like a vegetable soup at first glance. And no, there's beef, so obviously can't be vegetable, but it's like, it reminds me of the vegetable soup my parents make. All right, so it's looking nice and thick. Just the way I like it. We have green beans. It looks like carrots, potatoes. I don't know what these are. That's weird. This looks almost like capers, like black pepper, but I doubt it's. Oh yeah, it said in pepper. So that's peppercorns. And I just ate a peppercorn and it's not, it is peppery like hell, but not crazy. Not like eating a really dense one. So I guess it's freeze dried. So yeah. Anyway, take a look up close and let's go. First bite going down. Wow, really nice. Has a lot going on, all right, as you can see. Now that peppercorn flavor is starting to hit, all right? So it is a spicy soup, especially if you get a tooth into it and bite into it. So this is definitely not for everybody, all right? Because it gets spicy because obviously there's a lot of pepper, as you can see. But for me, it's not anything I can't deal with. It's pretty good. Now, basically, you taste potatoes and you taste like boiled carrots, like a vegetable soup. You barely taste the meat. If I'm gonna be honest, what meat? Pork. All right, and now I'm chewing on a piece of pork and you definitely get more flavor once you start chewing on it. All right, but they're relatively small pieces. So it's not overbearing with meat. It's just like a hint of meat. So this is basically like a hearty stew that I could picture an outdoorsman enjoying, you know, if you're climbing Mount Everest, like they say, or if you're fishing or hunting. Really nice, strong on the peppercorn. Okay, not bad, but also like I wouldn't do backflips about this, but it does taste homemade. Doesn't taste like it came in a pouch. That's a great plus. And I would say this is a lot better than tomato soup because the tomato soup is like not as filling. This is definitely like real food, okay? You feel satisfied after this. So I give this a 8. Yeah, also, not like I said, not the best, but, and why I say it's not the best, it's just like a rendered vegetable soup. You barely taste the meat. You do get it, but it's just like a slight hint. And I'm like a big carnivore, and Poland too, Polish people love meat. I'm sure they would love like bigger chunks of pork. At least I'm just assuming that, but for me personally, it would be better if I had like more substantial pieces of meat. That's all. Otherwise, solid 8. We're gonna finish everything. Really hearty. And it is strong on the peppercorn. Now, I'm a guy that's not like really sensitive to it, but if you're sensitive, like, oh, too much pepper, then that's definitely gonna be like too much pepper, because at the end of the day, it's straight up peppercorn. All right, and you're biting into it. So keep that in mind. All right, lastly, we have the star of the show, per me, okay, the pierogi, okay? Haven't had pierogi in a long time. Like I said, this is to celebrate Sławosz Uznański-Wiśniewski, all right? Our Polish brother on the International Space Station, as per the European Space Agency. I believe that's what it's called. And here are our pierogis, okay? So take a look. We got some stuck to each other. Whoa, all right? And I'm gonna, since one is breaking, I'm gonna just cut it open just to show you guys the kapusta z grzybami, which is cabbage with mushrooms. This is my favorite style of pierogi by far. I don't like any of the other ones. Like, maybe the sweet ones with blueberries and sour cream, I like that. But these I love the most. All right, first bite going in. Tastes literally like real pierogi. Guys, these are good. These are better than everything I just had. Why? The kapusta is actually tart, okay? The kapusta is super. Ona jest kwaśna. Delicious. What I just said is basically that the cabbage is amazing because it has like that tartness, sourness to it, all right? So it tastes real AF, all right? So super nice. Now I wish the pierogis were a lot bigger, but they are small, so it's faster to rehydrate. So that makes sense. And they're basically the same exact size in the video when our Polish astronaut was eating them. He was doing backflips and spinning around and eating them. Real nice. The breading tastes absolutely on point, 100% like a real pierogi in every aspect of what it's supposed to be like. So smaczne to są wasze pierogi. I love them very much. So if you guys are interested, definitely recommend the Astro Pierogi. By far my favorite. If you guys are curious what this is, order it at lyofood.pl, lyofood.pl. See right there in the corner. Legit, okay? Obviously, I wish you got more, for big man size, but it is what it is. Super proud to have our Polish brother out in space with everybody else. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you stayed for this long, please like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, signing off.